With Richie, someone who has a little bit of NHL experience and has been through camp before, made it out of camp, do you see a difference in him, in your experience here?
Well, yeah, I think I was just kind of touching on that. He probably learned a lot last year. Sometimes when it's your first NHL camp, I mean, for him to be able to make it out of camp last year on that team is really impressive. But I think this year he knew kind of the things he had to do on a day-to-day basis, and I think as a centerman, and he's done a great job of preparing himself and learning everything he can, and just making sure the details are there. And I think that's something as a young guy, knowing that you can go out there and your coach trusts you, is a huge asset. And I think he's done a great job proving that he's a reliable forward and can play both sides of the puck.
And for you, how is camp going so far? Of course, you're coming off of a full 82-game campaign last year, but what's your mindset in terms of what you're learning to work on and utilize these few weeks?
Yeah, I mean, there's some new things inside our system that you want to feel comfortable with, and sometimes you get good reps to learn from, whether it's practice or a preseason game, and other times it's really just about digesting that information in a meeting and just making sure you're ready to go for the regular season, feeling good and feeling healthy for that.
And with some of the newer guys in this room, like Jonathan Drouin, Shabanov, how have they been acclimating in your perspective in terms of off the ice bonding with the guys?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, camps, they're long days at the rink, and you spend a lot of times, even though the groups are kind of changing on a day-to-day basis, you still get to know everybody and start to feel comfortable. And as we kind of get down to a smaller group here, there'll be more time on the ice as a team, and that's really good to really come together for the new guys.
With David Riddick, how would you describe his game and how his camp has looked to you so far?
Yeah, I mean, he came in really early in the summer, so we got to know him pretty well over the summer, and he seems comfortable and he's moving well, and he looks good. He's been sharp in the game he played the other night, and I'm sure he's looking to build on that tonight.
He's a pretty funny guy too off the ice. Do you have any good David Riddick stories?
Yeah, he is funny. Yeah, he's got the one-liners. He's always got a smile on his face, and I think it's awesome to have that. You never know with goalies, but he's a good dude, and we're happy to have him on the team.
Preseason action tonight. What's your mindset and mentality on game day?
I'm just excited for the opportunity here. Just gonna go out and play some hockey. It's a game, so it should be fun.
You got a taste of the AHL last season, signing back in April. What were your impressions of minor league hockey and how that compares to what you've kind of experienced in camp?
It's good. Obviously, at camp, it's a higher pace and all that. But it was a good experience to get the couple weeks I did out there, just to kind of gauge where kind of I fit in there, and then now get a chance to see here. So it's been good.
And, of course, new coaching staff from Bridgeport. What have you learned from Rocky Thompson so far, and how does his coaching style compare to coaches you've had in the past?
He's just kind of a very fast-paced, tempo kind of coach, which I like. It's kind of a no-nonsense, which is good, and he's very good at teaching, I think. Like, he'll stop the drill, and where some head coaches, they'll just kind of go by they'll let the assistant coaches do all that little stuff. But no, he'll take the time to make sure he teaches every one of us.
And, of course, with the NCAA background, is it kind of fun and interesting to kind of get to know some of your adversaries that are here in training camp?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I played against Gleb, obviously, a lot, being in the same the conference, and such a pest in the conference, and still is, but it's nice to be on his side now.
And for fans who haven't seen you in college hockey, how would you describe your game?
I'm just kind of a 200-foot player, like to forecheck, love to shoot the puck, just be a reliable guy and win some draws.
Heading into your first, pro season in hockey, how did you spend the off season? What were some of the tiny tweaks you worked on to prepare for camp and also the full game slate?
I think my biggest thing is I wanted to be in better shape. I got hurt last year, so I was out for quite a bit and put on a couple pounds. So definitely focused on losing that and losing some more, and just coming in a little bit leaner, a little bit stronger, and then of course just being faster.
You were a leader on that team. Describe your leadership style and how that kind of conveys to maybe kind of getting to know some of the younger guys here at camp.
I think my thing is just when I look at a leader, if they're saying stuff and they're not doing it, it's kind of hard to follow that. So my main thing is just go out there, play the right way and have just guys see that. That's kind of the way I kind of had my leadership role.
And what do you kind of take from the leaders in this locker room? Anders Lee, Kyle Palmieri, some of the veteran guys who have been in the league for over a decade.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they have the experience of it and just kind of follow what they do. I mean, they show up every day to the rink like professionals and just try to copy that. And just, again, big thing here is just work ethic. So, yeah.
So kind of heading into preseason action tonight, what's your mentality?
Super excited. I think it's an opportunity to, play a preseason game. Opportunity for myself to, kind of play the game and show what I can do. But, more importantly, probably playing with some guys that probably end up in Bridgeport with. So create some chemistry and, at the end of the day, play the game the right way and hopefully be rewarded.
For you, more of a veteran guy, what are some of the tips you're giving out to the younger guys here in camp, and how are you leading by example?
Yeah, here and there. I think I'm more of a guy that just, does my routine, does my way, the day-to-day, and kind of like just little pointers here and there of kind of, we have plenty of skills coaches and head coaches that are going to develop the players on the ice. I think what I try to do is kind of the habits off the ice, what it means to be a pro. I think we use that term quite a bit, and just little things, when you arrive at the rink and what you're doing to prepare for yourself for a game or practice. It's taken me a long time, but it takes me a little longer to warm up these days. But yeah, just kind of help them, move along. At the end of the day, you still got to, have experiences and probably make mistakes. But when you're learning from them and continuing kind of that trajectory upwards to, being a good pro, and obviously what these guys all want, be in this locker room and play for the New York Islanders.
And with the coaching change, of course, what are your impressions of Rocky Thompson?
Yeah, really excited. I think I've never played for Rocky, but he's been on other benches in the American League, played against him. I've had limited practice time with him here, but I love what I see. He's high-paced. He's a great communicator. I've had plenty of conversations with him, and very open, to what we want to accomplish this year. And I think there's just a sense of excitement from the top down with Rocky and into the players.
And what are those conversations like off the ice with him? Of course, I'm sure he looks to you as a leader and kind of can really weigh your opinion. So what are those conversations like?
More so just like day to day. I think every coach has a style and a routine. Obviously, every coach has a style of on ice, but I think it's more so, what the day to day looks like and, what his practices are like and where, as simple as a pregame skate and a not pregame skate. It's been very basic, I think, to this point. But you're meeting someone and learning someone's tendencies for the first time. So really just kind of sharing thoughts, kind of on and understanding what his values are and how he sees the team, probably on more of a day to day than we've talked plenty of hockey and where we want to get to. But yeah, just the simple things around the room and being available to communicate with players and just have conversations. I think it's a huge asset when players, feel that they can walk by a coach and strike up a conversation that might have nothing to do with hockey. But building that relationship, building that trust, I think is kind of imperative to a successful team.
What kind of intensity are you looking for the group to bring?
Well, we're playing every game to win, and just want to see the progression and keep watching some of the younger guys, see how they do. So that'd be interesting. I'm eager to see a guy like Richie play so well against Jersey, how he's going to play, tonight against the Rangers. Probably match up with their top line, so it'll be fun to watch.
Building on Richie, what more do you want to see, or just want to see him play the same game he played the other night?
I would love to, I thought he was really good, played against their top line, probably the same today. I want to see him, keep playing that way and see how confident and if things are not going his way, how he's going to react. And these are good things for us to see from him.
What can you learn from a guy like Kyle Palmieri, a veteran on his line?
What else can I say about Kyle? He's such a great leader. He's such a player that puts so much pride in what he does. And year after year, he's one of our better players. So I think he's a great mentor for a lot of our guys.
With a young guy like that, when you're evaluating whether or not he should be on an NHL roster, do you take into account wanting him to play every night versus potentially, sitting as an extra once in a while? Like, how does that factor in?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think we want him to play as much as possible, and we'll go from there. Probably not going to play tomorrow, but, we want to see how he does. And yes, he's going to play a lot of games. I think what he's doing right now is just make our decisions so much tougher, and that's what you want. I mean, I don't think he came here just to make an impression. I think he wants to make the team. So, I mean, you cannot ask for a better scenario for ourselves.
And with Duclair, I guess, is there still a chance he'll get into a preseason game at some point?
I hope so. I mean, right now, it's remember we talk about the lower body injury, the groin, so that has nothing to do with this. Right now, it's an upper body injury, so hopefully that he'll be fine and ready to play at some time. But like I said, we're not putting pressure on our guys, and we want them to be healthy when they come in the lineup, and we'll go from there.
Do you feel like it's an important kind of box to check for him just to get into a game at some point in the next week or so here, before the regular season starts?
I think it would be good for him to play some games. There's no doubt about it. But at the same time, I mean, he wants to be healthy, and we respect that.
You had 7 defensemen out there.
Just in case,
Yeah.
just in case some, don't want to go in New York and then one guy gets sick or whatever it is and end up playing 5Ds in exhibition games. So I think it's just, Mathieu and I just want to make sure that we protect ourselves. We even bring 3 goalies. So, I mean, if something happened, knock on wood, we don't want it to happen, but if it does, we're protected.
Is McWard is going to sit or somebody else? Okay.
Yeah, correct. And I think it's going to be Tikkanen. Tikkanen, yeah.
And the plan is to split the goaltending the same way, half each guy.
No, today I think what we're going to do is David's going to play 2 periods and Mark is going to play 1 period.
What do you make out of Cameron Berg's camp so far?
I look forward to see him. I didn't see him as much, because, he was different groups. But I look forward to see him tonight. Quite honestly, I was watching him today, and our amateur scout and pro scout have been saying a lot of good things about him, so I'm curious to see him.